Now let me try this one again. So my great-great-great-great-grandfather had this here somewhat interesting formula. So I've done what any curious young, relatively speaking that is, descendant would do. Put in on chain. Don't tell anyone, mind. It's an ancient power in a modern time.
If the general market's down today, the QQQ is down 1%. SPY is down 0.7% here. When I'm looking at the crypto markets here, I get pretty scared. This is the daily chart, the weekly chart for Bitcoin here. It does not look good. Looks like we're going back down to 30,000. Some of the reasons I think this might happen is, you're obviously, like I just mentioned, the peaks a month ago, and just looking at the chart itself, technical analysis, which I don't really believe in, but some of the fundamentals beneath that on my thesis, and this is not financial advice, I'm a guy in his basement, smokes a little bit of cannabis and hangs out and talks about trading tokens and cute internet potatoes and all types of NFTs on the internet, so do your own financial research, But I think the NFT profile picture, gaming, all that stuff had a great run all summer. Tokens in general had a great run all summer. I think it's time for a little bit of a cool off. You never know. We could rocket to the moon. Ethereum could rocket to 10K. I'd love to see it as well. ETH gas fees are really too high for decentralized finance, and we're waiting on layer 2, ZK rollups. Other solutions still need some time for DeFi to really kind of come back into the eye. And ETH gas fees, like tax season right now. Tax season is also another huge reason. A lot of people made a lot of money this year, and they're going to need to cash out some for taxes. And other large corporations could be at a buying pause going into the end of the year, the holidays here, and getting ready for 2022's budgets. And there might be a pause for a couple months on what they can buy as all of that stuff kind of rolls over into the new year. And I think a lot of people owe taxes that they're going to have to reckon with, and a lot of selling pressure might come in. And if there are no buyers there, it could get very painful. And I think we'd rather avoid that with our treasury. We'd rather take the safer route and maybe miss out on a little bit of profits if things shoot up, than to feel the full force of the pain on the way down. I think that's the importance with our capital management and being good stewards of our portfolio. With this in mind, we went full bear. We transferred all our assets into stable tokens, specifically DAI, and deposited it on Alchemix to still earn yield like a savings account. Why wait for the new year an opportunity to put in a bid? We will be back. We will be putting in the bid. We're just waiting to buy that dip. Let's watch just like a basic, simple video on the Alchemix vault, and then I can explain exactly what we did, if that makes any sense.
Ever taken on a debt that repays itself as if by magic?
Self-repaying loans?
Embrace it. Let's take a look at how this works.
Now, wait a minute. A debt that repays itself like magic. You're saying I can take a loan today and it'll pay itself off. I don't ever have to worry about making a payment. Please tell me about this.
The vault is where all the good stuff happens. It's a center.
DAI. DAI is a stable token. One DAI equals $1 always. It doesn't fluctuate up and down like Bitcoin or Ethereum. One DAI equals $1 always. Got it?
Of the Alchemix app. First, you deposit DAI into the vault.
You deposit your DAI in there. So you put your DAI in the savings account. So what we did is we took everything we were farming, everything we were holding, not everything, I mean, we still have some Ethereum and stuff like that, but we took a large portion of what we were farming with, what we were staking, and we converted it to stable tokens and did exactly this. We deposited into Alchemix.
Second, based on how much DAI you deposited, you can borrow some ALUSD, up to half the amount.
At any time, if you need to take a loan, let's say you've deposited $10,000 into Alchemix. Let's say something happens and you need $5,000. Maybe you want to go on a vacation. You need $5,000. You want to go on vacation. Instead of spending that $5,000, you can borrow against your $10,000 collateral in Alchemix. You can borrow $5,000 out of Alchemix, or in this case, $500.
If you don't take the full 50%
$500
loan when you first borrow, You can just come back and borrow some more until your limit's maxed out.
You can always borrow more. If you don't use your full limit, you can always come back and borrow.
Once you have your ALUSD, you can do what you want with it.
Now, when you're borrowing against your DAI, you are given a token called ALUSD. This is a synthetic stable token, all right? 1 ALUSD equals $1, just like a DAI. The reason they do this is because when you earn interest on Alchemix, when your collateral is earning interest, you're earning ALUSD. Your loan is an ALUSD. So as your collateral earns interest, it's paying off your ALUSD loan in the system. You then have to convert your ALUSD to DAI stable tokens or whatever you like, and you can spend it however you like.
Trade it or use it for other opportunities within the Alchemix ecosystem, as and when they become available. Let's continue to the withdraw tab. Now once you've borrowed your ALUSD, the Alchemix formula goes to work, gradually paying back your loan. As your collateral generates yield, the amount available for withdrawal increases. Check in once in a while to see what you've got available to withdraw.
So your collateral is often Yearn Finance getting lent out to borrowers earning yield. Currently right now on Alchemix, the DAI stable token yield is 2.8% yield. And as your collateral earns yield, it pays down your loan and you're able to borrow more again magically at any time.
Want to pay back your debt earlier than the Alchemix process completes? No problem. You can just go ahead and pay back your loan yourself, either using ALUSD or DAI. That's up to you.
Easy to pay back the loan. You can pay back in DAI or ALUSD if you want. You can just pay back your loan and remove your collateral at any time.
You close your position, and you
can also liquidate your loan
to repay your loan
by using your collateral.
Got the option to liquidate your loan. This will dissolve your collateral to do so. Be careful to remember that.
Now, you do not want to liquidate your loan. That's your last option. That's if you absolutely need your funds. If you need to get at that collateral, let's say you've deposited $1,000 in Alchemix and you borrowed $500 and you already spent it on bills. And some other bill comes along and you need another $500. You need the rest of the money that's in Alchemix. Well, to get that, you can liquidate your loan by taking the $1,000 collateral you have. 500 of it, half, will go pay your loan off. And that way you can remove the other $500 and spend it as you like. But you no longer have the $1,000. So that's like a line of last resort. You don't want to do that. You'd rather wait out the time, let your collateral slowly pay the loan off, or pay the loan off yourself if you can.
Power is yours to yield.
Power is yours to yield. So there's a couple things to note here other than that video is they also now have an Ethereum vault. You can deposit Ethereum, earn 3.2% on your Ethereum, and borrow up to 25% against your Ethereum, and do the exact same thing. No liquidation loans. You do not have to make a payment. The interest you earn on your collateral pays your loan off. It's basically a savings account for Ethereum and a savings account for US dollars. And we've basically used a lot of it in our LEU treasury. We've gone into the stablecoin vault during this volatility and down period in Ethereum, and a lot of other of the cryptocurrency tokens. We think that it's best to get into stable tokens, deposit in the Alchemix savings vault, continue earning, and be able to buy the dip whenever we want. That's not to say we are still invested in Axie Infinity. We're still looking at solar bots. The next video we're about to shoot right now is for solar bots, so please stick around. If you do, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're at 722 at the time of shooting this video. Please help us get there. Thank you so much. Is that a good Alchemix video? Then you need some like